So of course I bought a Subaru. And this time around.
Good move.
Yeah.
Four-wheel, like all-wheel drive. You know.
Love that.
We're gonna hold for like 5.
Is it already 8?
No,
8
it's
o'clock.
5, it's 5 till I think we're gonna,
Yeah, we're early.
we still got a handful. Well, actually, you're not, you're on time.
You're right on time.
We really appreciate when people show up before start time.
Yeah.
Then the artist can actually start when they think they're going to, and the live streams, only live streams start when they're supposed to.
I love how Ralph, like on the bio, says, you know, Ron Houston, uniquely talented, because I don't know how to tell stories in between songs. So it sounds like I'm unique. I don't know how to tell stories, so that's why.
No, it's just bullshit. It's nothing wrong.
We
Yeah.
just told a great story just now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like someone, I taught myself, I grew up playing drum, and I taught myself guitar, because when I moved to San Diego for the Amtrak job, I didn't know San Diego, so I was in a little motel room by work, and I was in a pawn shop, bought a guitar, and I had nothing better to do, so I taught myself to play guitar.
You were living downtown?
Oh, man, Pickwick.
Ugh. I'm from
Back,
I came out here in 2005.
back in '87, where
Yeah.
Horton Plaza was the gym, that was
Yeah.
a diamond.
Yeah.
In a bunch of rough.
Horton Plaza is a living Escher. There are passages and stairwells, and it's a zoo.
Yeah.
The really weird thing is though, Ron and I didn't meet when I was living in San Diego. We met when he came out here. He knows all my buddies from San
Yeah.
Diego.
Oh, that's funny.
All my musical family.
That's funny.
Did you see the flood?
So how come I know about it? I go, because I never got to play the belly up. That's why. That's where it hurt. I always wanted to play the belly up, and I never got to. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, my band I had then, the Six String Outlaws, we were pretty rough, but we were good. So we'd get booked, but we were doing so many biker events, you know, so they didn't really want to book us at nice places. They were afraid like bikers would come out. So I never got to go to the belly up play, never got to play like the cool stuff. Oh, having fun.
You know, I have to wonder if that's why the farmers don't do the belly so much, because they have the potential to bring a rowdy crowd.
Yeah, and that's the only time I did play was to do Guns Up at Church. They already said, come up the hoop nanny and do that song with us, and I got 30 minutes on stage.
No,
That's what I said.
no, no.
What's going on in front of me? I was telling them I don't know how to tell stories in between songs, so.
Just please wait through.
I'm sorry, I thought that was just, no, here, I thought it was
Not for show.
one of those land things. Yeah, I thought that was a Clamato.
No, no.
That's not even food in my mind.
Same, same.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a great guitar player, I taught myself, I never took a lesson from it. But I know how to tell bibs and shit. Might say a cuss word here and there on a song. I don't know. I might go all out tonight.
Nobody's underage.
He's got that sounding pretty full, so. See how that works? I gotta call your guy next door, Fox. He called, yeah, I haven't called him because it was all the holidays, and then,
He sent me a
so
double.
I need to call him, just do a Sunday, I don't wanna come in on Sunday night and do a, kind of just sit down while people are playing pool and just.
Anytime.
They see you come to job on Monday, so. Huh? You can take the boy off, you can't take the boy off the drum throne. So what I'm going to do is play that CD I gave you guys. I'm going to play it in its entirety. So you'll see some of these songs I've never played live. So. We'll see how this goes. can't see at all. I'm like blind going, what is that? No, you know, in Bakersfield, my dad had, you know, when you're, you know, I regret it now, but I was young, so I was into punk and metal and Aerosmith. This is in the 70s. My dad had a huge country band in Bakersfield, and I never cared. So I never really watched. I'd hear him practicing songs, but now I kind of look back and wish I would have. Now, it's come full circle. I play pretty much Americana country, and he's deaf. So he has never heard one of my CDs. None of that. Yeah. So, yeah. And this pedal right here are my harmonizing girls. Just in the hole. Yeah, they're always in key. More than I am. And this was my dad's guitar. All that time he was playing country, he handed it down to me. 1965, my mom bought this, I think she said it for $120, roll of quarters. And all this used to be white, but all the bars he played in, all the smoke. So yeah, he finally, handed it down. Still sounds pretty good. Gotta make sure here. So wood guitars, cold air and all that, just killed it. Thank you guys for coming out. And that's Ralph, by the way, the best sound man ever. Yeah.
There's humor going on here, folks, even though some of you are on the web and you have no idea what's going on. It's actually quite funny. Welcome to Steve's Guitars on a gorgeous winter Friday night. We're very fortunate to have one of our favorites back with us tonight. The backstory is this was originally going to be a CD release event. We didn't know if the CDs were going to show up, but sure enough, last night, at the stroke of, oh my God.
Wile E. Coyote.
Yep. So
we're
9:30 at night. That's insane. But we're good. And so we are now enjoying an evening with tonight's artist and his CD release event. But before we tell you who and what and why, first off, we need to send a shout out to First Bank, that's Banking for Good, and PM Consulting Limited up in Aspen. These folks are our primary sponsors. That's why you can watch us at home, because of them, because they allow us to stream. They provide the infrastructure. We need to send a shout out to the Standiford family for having this amazing space, which also allows us to do this. And of course, we want to thank our friends at GrassRoots Community Network up in Aspen. They host our streams, they keep our catalog, and they are the country's first and oldest community access station. So without any further ado, you don't want to listen to me babble anymore. Tonight's artist is most directly from the amazing state of California that some of us have been fortunate enough to escape from, myself included. Tonight's artist and I share a very large musical family together, except we found them at different times, which is really weird. Please welcome back to our stage my favorite, Ron Stephen Houston.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, the CD is not out yet, so you're the first ones to get it. So the first song on it is called Whiskey Train. And as we were talking earlier, I let you know I was an Amtrak train conductor for about 28 years. I was an alcoholic for about 44. So I thought it was a perfect title for a song called Whiskey Train. Kind of goes like this. First song on the CD. Well, I've been riding for years and years, well, on this old whiskey train. It's been rolling so many years, well, down these old rails of pain. And when the whistle blows, I know it's time to go and buy myself another round. And when the wheels stop rolling round and round, I only hope that I'll be found. Well, I've been riding for years and years, well, on this old whiskey train. It's been rolling so many years, well, down these old rails of pain. And as I look around at where I'm from, it doesn't quite feel the same. And all my dreams that I left behind reminds me of who I became. Well, I've been riding for years and years, well, on this old whiskey train. And it's been rolling so many years, well, down these old rails of pain. And all my memories have done moved on, and now they're just another song. And now that I've lost everything I love, I guess it's time that I moved on. Well, I've been riding for years and years, well, on this old whiskey train. And it's been rolling so many years, well, down these old rails of pain. And as I climb aboard one last time, I know it's the end of the line. I won't be looking back at what I've done, 'cause I've been running out of time. Oh, well, I've been riding for years and years on that old whiskey train. And it's been rolling so many years, down these old rails of pain. I've been riding on this old whiskey train. I've been riding on this old whiskey train. All aboard. On this old whiskey train. Yeah, thank you. So this next one on the CD, a little song I wrote called Lines on Your Face. And I wrote it about, I mean, we all get lines from different things in life, happiness, sadness, all kinds of things. And before that ever happens when you're younger, you have a smooth face. And so it's easy to see the lines. And so I wrote this song about reading in between the lines so you can understand the whole person. I've been sure all my wrongs. I've been read my rights. And I've lost many verbal wars. Hell, lost one last night. That's my wife. And I've run miles, yeah, miles and miles. And I never left this place. I done smiled and smiled and smiled right in their space. My life had been drawn on my skin, and there's still lots of empty space. If you must know who I am, just read in between the lines on my face. Well, I grew up awfully poor, but I thought that I was rich. I done learned early on that life could be a bitch. I played on this old guitar till my fingers bled. Never changed for anyone, no matter what they said. My life had been drawn on my skin, and there's still lots of empty space. If you must know who I am, just read in between lines on my face. Give me a second. Don't believe in fairy tales. Life made sure of that. And all my bad decisions, they keep crawling back. I made sure that my whiskey was filled to the brim. I tried drowning all my sorrows, but the bastards, they learned how to swim. My life had been drawn on my skin, and there's still lots of empty space. If you must know who I am, just read in between lines on my face. Just read in between the lines on my face. Thank you. So this next song I wrote is kind of about people that have a voice and tend not to use it because they're afraid they might lose something in the process, fan base, whatever. But people that have voices, I always think should use it. There's too many people looking the other way, a lot of bad things going on. And so I wrote this song called People Looking the Other Way. Walking down the street late at night while the moonlight's shining bright. Couples holding hands, homeless holding out the cans, pimping hookers just out of sight. People looking the other way. I ain't got no place to stay. People looking the other way. Don't really care what they have to say. Anyway, hey, hey. Darkness seems to know my last name. Whoa, what a shame. Wrapped its arms around me, it must think I'm afraid. World like picking pockets, it just takes everything. It leaves you broke inside and out, but don't fix one damn thing. People looking the other way. I ain't got no place to stay. People looking the other way. I don't really care what they have to say. Anyway, yeah, hey, oh yeah. Walking down the street late at night while the moonlight's shining bright. People trying to make ends meet, they're stealing everything in sight. Dog bites man, man bites dog, a vicious cycle that we're in. To survive these blood-soaked streets, you gotta be willing to sin. People looking the other way. I ain't got no place to stay. People looking the other way. I don't really care what they have to say. Anyway, people looking the other way. I ain't got no place to stay. People looking the other way. I don't really care what they have to say. Well, anyway, hey, hey. Anyway, hey, hey. Thank you. So this next one was written by a good friend of mine, Tim Flannery. He played for the Padres. Good friend of Ralph's, too. Ralph knows him. Really good guy. Played, I think he won a World Series with the Giants, something like that. Yeah. And so he wrote this song, and I didn't really know what it was about, but when I heard the song, I just, something about it made me want to, like, cover it. And then I heard the story behind it. Apparently, like, he wrote this. There was a time when he had, I think it was a staph infection. And he was in the hospital, and it was killing him. Like, he was on the verge of dying, but he said at night visions would come, and he hated it, like nightmares. And so he wrote this song called Waiting on a Miracle about the visions. And I didn't know that. And so when we talked about it, and I found out that's what it was about, I died in a motorcycle wreck when I was 19, and they brought me back. So I think that's why the song hit me the way it did. And so I recorded it on the CD, and I sent it to him. And he texted me one night real late and said he was crying because he heard it from the other side, someone actually singing it, and he could just sit back and listen. And he said I was singing it like I'd been there. And so we talked about my motorcycle wreck, and then he said it was mine. And so he gave me this song, and I recorded it. It's called Waiting on a Miracle. Okay, Tim. I dread the darkness when the night comes round. I hate its cold and its lonesome sound. Brings in darkness fear and pain. Seems all I got still remains. Seems all I got still remains. Broken pieces from a broken heart. I've been broken down right from the start. The world, it seemed, got the best of me. Well, here I am down on my knees. Here I am begging police. I'm waiting on a miracle to come. Waiting on the promise of the rising sun. Waiting on the mystery of the day. Twists and turns that come my way. Waiting on a miracle to see a faith so strong I still believe. Well, darkness got no hold on me. When I'm waiting on a miracle. Some folks think love goes away, disappears and fades to gray. But through it all, love never dies. It winds up living inside your eyes. I can see it living inside your eyes. I'm waiting on a miracle to come. Waiting on the promise of the rising sun. Waiting on the mystery of the day. Twists and turns that come my way. Waiting on a miracle to see a face so strong I still believe. Well, darkness got no hold on me. When I'm waiting on a miracle. When I look back through the sands of time, through the barricades of the human mind, I'm just a man out on my own. I've been staring into the great unknown. Staring into the great unknown. I'm waiting on a miracle to come. Waiting on the promise of the rising sun. Waiting on the mystery of the day. Twists and turns that come my way. Waiting on a miracle to see a face so strong I still believe. Well, Darkness got no hold on me when I'm waiting on a miracle. Darkness got no hold on me when I'm waiting on a miracle. Yeah, Tim. Great song by Tim. So I don't know what this song's about. I have no clue. I just thought it sounded cool. So I don't know if it's about a vampire or a killer. I don't know what it's about. Just a strange song that I hadn't written a song that sounded like it very much. So it's called Blood on the Mountain. Blood on the mountain, way up in the hills where I stay. Hounds on my back, covering up my tracks to get away. Man of God, I was taught that I should look the other way. I killed them both, I left them right where they lay. When that sun goes down, well, I'll hit another town. When that sun comes up, well, I won't be around. Blood on the mountain, the devil now lives where I stay. Preaching his sermon of death and his cold killing ways. Shadows of darkness, they always help him get away. Every ounce of blood, he lives to kill another day. When that sun goes down, well, I hit another town. When that sun comes up, well, I won't be around. Blood on the mountain, blackbirds watching while I play. Souls that are lost, souls that have went a different way. Coulter Creek runs red, way up in the hills where I stay. Doom coming down, covering up the sounds of decay. When that sun goes down, well, I hit another town. When that sun comes up, well, I won't be around. Blood on the mountain, up in the hills where I stay. Up in the hills, the devil's now come to get his pay. Coulter Creek runs red, way up in the hills where I now lay. when that sun goes down. Well, I hit another town when that sun comes up. Well, I won't be around. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I still don't know what that's about. Yeah, right? Yeah, something about it's always out at dark, so maybe he's a vampire. I don't know. Maybe it's all in his head. Maybe the guy does really live on the mountain. Now, this one I know is for sure, because this is definitely about me. So, a little something called Drinking Got the Best of me. Drinking got the best of me. I prove it every single day. Jim B woke me in the morning, and old Jack always had lots to say. Years and years have come and gone now, and I don't remember one damn thing. Thank God I wrote all these songs, Lord, to remind me of all the hurt and pain. When I look into the mirror, what is it that I see? But an old tattooed man, Lord, a man that sort of looks like me. Seems to have taken a lifetime. The Lord knows I'm finally free. My family always got the worst of me, Lord. Drinking always got the best of me. Once I was a very rich man. I was rich in love, rich in family. I bet on life and I went all in. I lost it all, I set my family free. I never said that I was a good man. Mama said a good man's hard to find. Instead of holding you, I held the bottle. And that's where I slowly lost my mind. When I look into the mirror, what is it that I see? But an old tattooed man, Lord, a man sort of looks like me. Seems to have taken a lifetime. The Lord knows I'm finally free. My family always got the worst of me, Lord. Drinking always got the best of me. Yeah. When I look into the mirror, what is it that I see? But an old tattooed man, Lord, a man sort of looks like me. Seems to have taken a lifetime. Lord knows I'm finally free. My family always got the worst of me, Lord. Drinking always got the best of me. My family always got the worst of me, Lord. 'Cause drinking always got the best of me. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So this song was given to me by a friend. I went to pick my beautiful wife up. She's over there, Kiki. She's getting her hair done and by a friend, and then, so I went to pick her up, and we were in the kitchen, and my buddy Jeff Weiss came in with his guitar, and he says, "Hey, I want to play a song for you I wrote." I was like, "Okay." And so he started playing this song, and I was floored. I was like, "Wow, it's a great song. I can relate." And he said, "You know, it would be the biggest thing for me if you would play, you know, learn my song and play it." And I said, "I'll do you one better. I'll record it." So I did. It's on this album. It's called "Life on the Edge of a Knife." I play my music for tips, for whiskey. Sometimes I played it for free. My home is a honky-tonk barroom. This old guitar's my ticket to leave. Sometimes the night crowd's too noisy. Sometimes y'all hang on each tune. But most of the time y'all pay me no mind. Like being alone on the moon. Well, I suffer for the love of my music. Song that I write on my life, with the low and high tide, there's good deeds and crimes. Life on the edge of a knife. Life on the edge of a knife. When the clock passes midnight to morning, and the drunks start to pass in review, let me smile while they live. In my heart I believe I've done the best job I can do. At best I'll get drunk and $1. At worst I'll get drunk for free. But if I'm really lucky, somebody will wake up a new song in me. And I suffer for love, my music, song right on my life. With low and high time, there's good deeds and crimes. Life on the edge of a knife. Life on the edge of a knife. Long after the party's all over and the last call bell has been rung, when the town is all dead, there's still songs in my head. They're all crying out to be sung. There's a piece of my heart that I'm sharing, my soul that I'm passing around. I only hope it will live on long after, when my body's grown cold in the ground. I suffer the love of my music, song that I write on my life, with low and high times. There's good deeds and crimes, life on the edge of a knife, life on the edge of a knife, life on the edge of a knife. Yeah, great song by Jeff. So this next one I wrote, I kind of liked it because I thought it had a cool line. And that's the only reason. Little something called Raise a Lot of Hell. My time will come soon enough, and I really don't mind. I've had a damn good life and a pretty damn good time. Some might say I could be a little mean. It's been a nightmare living the American dream. It's a hung and buried, I ain't even dead. My heart's still beating no matter what's been said. One thing I know for sure, as far as I can tell, if I do get to heaven, I'm gonna raise a lot of hell. I ain't ever been to prison, but I've got tattoos. I ain't been in many fights, maybe just one or two. I've had my share of women, I've lived a country song. But I've done plenty right and I've done plenty wrong. It's a hung and buried, I ain't even dead. My heart's still beating no matter what's been said. One thing I know for sure, as far as I can tell, if I do get to heaven, I'm gonna raise a lot of hell. I never saw Hank Williams Sr., never met his firstborn Hank. But I've seen him met old Hank 3, you can take that to the bank. I've always been a straight shooter, I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'll take whaling over pop country any fucking day. And it's a hung and buried, I ain't even dead. My heart's still beating no matter what's been said. One thing I know for sure, as far as I can tell, if I do get to heaven, I'm gonna raise a lot of hell. If I do get to heaven, I'm gonna raise a lot of hell. Yeah. Are we beeping that out, Ralph? Are we beeping that out? It's probably the truest line of all my songs. So this is a song I wrote called The Rain. And came to me because you always, like when it rains, you always look at the streets and everything and think about how everything looks so new again and so clean and all that. So I was thinking about how I wish like the rain could do that for people. And when it rains on you, it could clean everything you feel bad about or whatever's going. And so I wrote a song called The Rain. Wish the rain could wash away the pain deep inside. Laughter, tears, and hopes and fears of living this crazy life. I wish the rain could wash away the hate. This is life. Let me heal and change my ways and finally get it right. I found God at the bottom of a whiskey bottle. Knew right then that I'd done hit rock bottom. I found God at the bottom of a whiskey bottle. And he told me everything was gonna be alright. It'll be alright. I wish the rain could wash away all the stories from my skin. To disappear and fade away and never seen again. I found God at the bottom of a whiskey bottle. I knew right then that I'd done hit rock bottom. I found God at the bottom of a whiskey bottle. And he told me everything was gonna be alright. It'll be alright. I wish the rain could wash away all the bad things I've seen. Spare my soul from all this hurt and finally let it breathe. I found God at the bottom of a whiskey bottle. All right then that I'd done hit rock bottom. I found God at the bottom of a whiskey bottle. And he told me everything was gonna be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Oh, it'll be alright. Thank you. So we're down to the last song on the CD. And so as Ralph was talking about earlier, and I want to thank Ralph for running sound tonight. That's how you sound so good. This man right back here. Legend. Thank you, Ralph. And we were talking about people we knew. Excuse me. And there was a real big band out of San Diego called the Beat Farmers. And I don't know if anyone's heard of them here, but they were on David Letterman. They were huge. And so Buddy Blue wrote a song called Gun Sale at the Church. And it was one of my favorite Beat Farmer songs. So I had my band start playing it. And Jerry Rainey was a guitar player, really good friend of mine. He kind of saw a video someone took of us playing Gun Sale at the Church. He was like, wow, you do that pretty good. So like we were talking about earlier, the Belly Up in San Diego, and never got to play there. Never. And I've got my thoughts on that. But I never got to play there. And then the farmers, the Beat Farmers, they do a farmer hootenanny every year at the Belly Up. And so one day I got a call from Jerry, and he was like, dude, you want to come to the hootenanny and do Gun Sale at the Church with the farmers, on stage at the Belly? I was like, hell yeah. And so backstage I was telling him, thank you for this 3 minutes and 20 seconds or whatever it is that you're going to give me on this stage. So I got to play the Belly Up stage because of Jerry Rainey and the rest of the farmers.
Hey, let's be clear though. The farmers would come to his band shows and they would all get on stage and he would sing.
Yeah. Yeah, bring them up. Yeah, they come up and play Gun Sale at the Church with me. Yeah. So I'm trying to do it justice right here. And don't worry, on the CD, there's full band. You're not getting just this. So anyway, it was called Gun Sale at the Church. I thought it was one of my favorite farmer songs ever. Pack up the kids and take the break, get away. Leave us the land puzzle of living from day to day. And I know that the crime in the city is getting worse. So we're going on down to the gun sale at the church. My ladies all set to have us a real good time. Baby Johnny got pissed, but he don't seem to mind. And the family's all ready to pray at the holy perch. That's set up in the middle of the gun sale at the church. And we'll ask the Lord to forgive us of all our sins. And we'll look at the latest in the gold-plated firing pin, where my two main men are Jesus and old John Birch. So we're going on down to the gun sale at the church. Get 'em, church, yeah. And we'll ask the Lord to forgive us of all our sins. And we'll look at the latest in the gold-plated firing pin. Let's pack up the kids and take the break, get away. Leave us a land puzzle of living from day to day. And I know that the crime in the city is getting worse. So we're going on down to the gun sale at the church. Going on down to the gun sale at the church. Going on down to the gun sale at the church. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. I don't know what time it is. I don't know nothing. It's almost. Yeah, I'll do one more. Or I did. I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do a song I wrote about two of my favorite things. One, Merle Haggard, grew up in Bakersfield. We talked about that earlier, and the other is Getting Stoned. And what's funny about it is that I actually dreamed the chorus. And usually in your dreams you wake up and you try to play it, and it is not what was in the dream that sounded so good. But this one was I played it exactly how I remember playing it in the dream, and it worked. And so I thought, well, hell, now I got to write verses. So I wrote this one called I Like Merle Haggard and I Like to Get Stoned. Pretty easy. I like Merle Haggard and I like to get stoned. I used to like making love, well now I'm too damn old. You know what I'm talking about. And all the fine young girls are looking at me like I'm 150 years old. I like Merle Haggard and I love to get stoned. Well, I went to the record store the other morning and bought my first Merle Haggard record. Thank you. The Working Man Blues knocked me on my ass. I had to tell my girlfriend about this guy. She said, Merle, dude, I'm only 25. I said, you're too damn young. And she said, you're too damn old. Well, like Merle Haggard, I like to get stoned. I used to like making love, well now I do it all alone. And all you fine young girls are looking at me like I'm 150 years old. Like Merle Haggard and I love to get stoned. Well, I was pretty traumatized when we broke up, so I went out to Carbondale and bought a big-ass bag of skunk weed. But that was back in the day weed still had seeds. Ralph knows what I'm talking about. Smoke it up until my ears would ring. I'd close my eyes and throw on old silver wings. He might be gone, but Merle Haggard still kicks ass. Well, like Merle Haggard and I like to get stoned. I used to like making love, well now I just watch ESPN. And all you fine young girls are looking at me like I'm 150 years old. Like Merle Haggard and I like to get stoned. Well, like Merle Haggard and I like to get stoned. Yeah. So I think we did this the first time I ever played. The last songs I did for the night were, I did some covers from people that kind of shaped me. Like I said, I was an alcoholic for like 44 years, and I got sober a little over 4 years ago. And so when I got sober, yeah, thank you. When I got sober, I started really listening, and Jeff Berkeley, someone that me and Ralph know, when I did my first solo CD right when I got sober. And so I had a lot of things going on. I had a lot of things I wanted to say. And so I think I sent him 32 songs, and we recorded 29. And so the first CD, which is over there, Long Road Home, is 17 songs, and the next one is, I think, 12. And so I record them. I don't know if you know who Jason Mraz is. Jason, I recorded those two CDs at his avocado ranch in Oceanside. And I only knew him for the one popular song that was on the radio all them years. I didn't really know, other than that, I didn't know who he was. And he ended up being, like, really instrumental. He would come in to the studio, and because when you get sober and you hear your voice, I got news for you. When you're drunk, you think you sound like Mick Jagger. You think you're, yeah. But when you get sober, you're like, ooh, you know. And so he would come in and go, what's the problem? And I don't know, man. And then Jeff would be like, he doesn't like that line, right? And he'd be like, so Jason's like, no, man, keep that in. I go, yeah, but it doesn't, something sounds a little, he goes, are you going to sing it perfect like when you play live? And I went, no. And he goes, there's your answer. And so I started, Jeff and him really got me into listening to like Townes Van Zandt, John Prine, John Hyatt. and all these like Americana people. And so I'm gonna do 3 songs, covers, and each will be by someone that really influenced me once I got sober. When I was a child, family traveled to western Kentucky. My parents were born. It's a backwoods old town, soft and remembered. So many times my memories are gone. Daddy won't take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody coal train is hauled away. Sometimes we would travel by the Green River to abandoned old prison by Adrie Hill, where the air smelled like snakes, said shoot with our pistols. The empty pop bottle was all we would kill. Daddy won't take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody coal train is hauled away. Well, the coal company come with the world's largest shovel, tortured the timber, stripped on the land. They dug for their coal there, the land was forsaken. They rode it all up to the progress of man. Daddy won't take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody coal train has hauled it away. When I die, let my ashes go down the Green River. Let my soul roll on up to the Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven, paradise waiting, just 5 miles away from wherever I am. Daddy won't take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody coal train has hauled it away. Yeah. God bless John Prine. So this next one, I know that Merle Haggard, I think Willie Nelson did it, called Poncho and Lefty. And that's the only way I knew it until I learned about Townes Van Zandt, that he wrote it and did it. So I learned the Townes Van Zandt the original way. It was like this. Living on road, my friend, I was gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath as hard as kerosene. But you want your mama's only boy, favorite one he'd see. You began to cry when you said goodbye, and you sank into your dreams. Poncho was a bandit boy, horse as fast as polished steel. Wore his gun outside, his pants were off, beyond his world of view. Ponce Machudo, the desert's down in Mexico. Nobody hears dying words. Well, that's the way it goes. All the Federale said they could have him anything. They only let him hang around out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he couldn't sing blues all night like he used to. The Dusty Poncho bit down south, well, did up in Lefty's mouth. Did they lay Poncho low, the Lefty split throat out, where he got the bread to go. Well, there ain't nobody knows. On the Federale said they could have him in. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Poncho fell, Lefty living in a cheap motel. The desert's quiet, Cleveland's cold. So the story ends, we're told. Poncho needs your prayers, that's true. Save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do. Well, now he's growing old. On the Federale said they could have him anything. They only let him go so wrong out of kindness, I suppose. On the Federale said they could have him anything. They only let him hang around out of kindness, I suppose. Yeah. So I'm going to leave you with this one. Y'all might know this. You might not, but you might. Well, I was a highwayman, and on the coach road I'd ride. Sword and pistol by my side. Many young men lost baubles to my trade. Many soldiers left lifeblood on my blade. The bastards hung me in spray 25, but I'm still alive. I was a sailor, and I was born upon the tide. With the sea I did abide. Sailed a schooner round the Horn of Mexico. Winter drifted through mainsails and blow. When the yacht broke off, they said that I got killed. But I'm living still. I was a damn dude across the river deep and wide. Still in water, did collide. A place called Carbondale on the wild Colorado. I slipped and fell into wet concrete below. They buried me in that plateau, no sound, but I'm still around, always be around. I'd fly a starship across the universe to find. And when I reach the other side, I'll find a place to rest my spirit if I can. Perhaps I may become highwayman again. Or I may simply be a sailor drop away. But I will remain. I'll be back again, 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 again. No! Here we go. Once again, thank you so much for having me, y'all. Thank you, Ralph.
Ron Stephen Houston.
Thank you.